It's good. So this is the thing. Welcome to the show, by the way. Thank you for joining us tonight. We have an awesome show that we're going to cover interesting topics tonight. One of the things that we'll be talking about is soulmates and life partners. What is a soulmate? Who is a life partner? What is the difference? How can you differentiate between the two? And we have a guest tonight that will help you navigate through your quest for finding that one person that you're looking for. Now, the thing is, the purpose of this show, especially tonight, covering a topic as important as this, I found it very awkward tonight to talk about soulmates and life partners. Awkward in that this is something that people are not talking about today. Society, Victor, society is in a moral decay. You find that people are putting things that matter the most at the mercy of things that matter the least. Mm-hmm. You find that people are glorifying bodies more than actually looking at what is important, somebody's soul. Mm-hmm. You find that we are more appreciative of material things, how much somebody makes, what someone is worth, more than who they really are inside. The human body is cosmologically, it degenerates. Mm-hmm. It's not something that is going to be with you for the rest of your life. Now, we live in a culture now where we are much more interested in somebody's body and the way they look than actually who they really are. And that is a soul. That is a human being, the spirit man that lives inside somebody, the way that God created us to be. So tonight, I need my offering, by the way. Tonight, I'm joining the studio with one of my very good friends, Victor. Is joining us in the show. Say hello, Victor.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing?
Yeah, how have you been? You been all right?
I've been good.
Sweet.
Missed you guys last week.
Yeah. Yes, about last week. We missed you guys last week. We missed you too, Victor, last week. It was awesome. And then also joining us tonight is somebody that I just recently got to know, and he's a spiritual leader. His name is Milton Jackson. You want to say hello?
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today.
All right.
How
have you been?
I'm good.
Good. You excited to be here?
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay.
Spread the news about what's coming up, and it's February is coming up.
Okay.
Valentine's Day. So, hey.
Okay.
Got to get information out. So,
all right. Yeah. Good stuff. And just like everybody else, I do appreciate materially beautiful things. I do appreciate a beautiful smile. I do appreciate a beautiful body. I do appreciate a wonderful soul in my life. But above all things, I see people more than just what I see. I see what people cannot see, and that is the soul, like the very essence of who you are. Mm-hmm. So in the quest of looking for the one, looking for my life partner, looking for a soulmate, there's been a lot of ups and downs along the way, to get to a place where I'm nearing to a life partner. Mm. So now, tonight, we're going to discuss soulmates and life partners. What is a soulmate?
Well, I had to Google it.
You had to Google. Okay, good.
He told me to Google it.
Hey,
so I Googled
it. That's a good thing. I have my definition. But go ahead. What is a soulmate? For those of you that are watching tonight, so we're gonna, if you have a different idea of what a soulmate is, or who is, or you want to add, we're gonna open up the phone lines tonight. The number is gonna be on the screen. 474 Um,
0080.
0080. Thank you.
It's on the screen.
It is on this. There you go, right on the screen. All right. What is a soulmate, Victor?
All right, so I had to look it up because my original thought process on what a soulmate was a little bit different. For me, I thought that a soulmate meant that you were designed to be with that person. Basically, what I thought a life partner was what a soulmate actually is.
Okay.
So, soulmate, as far as what I read, is someone who you connect with within your soul to create either a friendship or a long-lasting relationship.
Okay.
That's what I gathered.
Okay.
And then
So a soulmate, would it be right to say a soulmate is only there for a certain period of time in your life to serve a purpose, and then you're not going to be with them forever?
well, as far as what I believe, because this is a topic that I haven't really put too much thought to before. But as far as what I believe, as far as my thought process right now, is that there is no time limit on it.
Okay.
It's basically somebody who your souls connect, and you create a relationship based off of the connections between the two souls.
Okay. Good. So when you have, we're talking about a soulmate. Soulmate obviously is different from just somebody that you're having sex with.
Oh, I don't do that.
So a soulmate has to be just different. There has to be more, and that's the thing.
Yes.
I believe people are more than just bodies.
Yes.
You're beautiful, yes, I know. You're handsome, yes, I know. But the human body essentially has the same to offer all across the board.
Yes.
Whether you are white, black, whatever ethnicity you may be, we all have the same thing to offer. Now, if that is the one thing that attracts you to somebody, you are setting yourself up for failure because you can get that anywhere else.
Yes.
You can get, sex is the easy part, but we need to talk about, I'm excited about this, man. I really am. I'm excited about it. We need to talk about soulmates. Milton, what is a soulmate? What is your definition of a soulmate?
Well, the definition of a soulmate is somebody you connect with.
Okay.
That you will experience, like you say, essence to get you to the next level to understand your life purpose.
Okay.
That's what I feel as a soulmate is.
Okay.
Most people go to being like most people think soulmates mean that that is the ultimate person that you're going to stick with forever. But it's not like that.
Okay.
Soulmates for me is more like you understanding yourself, or you getting to know who you're supposed to be.
Okay.
Because we sort of like live in this world now where we are blindfolded. We don't know exactly what our true purpose is.
You just said that again. So now, as a spiritual leader, this is my first interaction, with a spiritual leader. It's something that, and that's the purpose of this show. Like this show, regardless of what your beliefs may be, regardless of what your orientation may be, regardless of what your background may be, we're going to have different types of people here with diverse backgrounds that are going to be here. The purpose of everything is to inspire. If we can inspire one person, if we can change somebody's life, if we can make your world a better place than it is today, then this show has served its purpose. But if we don't, then we don't need to be on the air. We don't need to be in 12 countries as we are. We don't need to be in front of millions of people.
Yes.
We want to inspire people. Now, we reached out to Milton. He's a spiritual leader. And the number is on the phone. The number is on the TV. The screen. You can actually call. You can actually call in. And then Milton, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you help people navigate through life in terms of their careers, in terms of their partners, and give a little bit about yourself to viewers.
Okay. Well, my name is Milton. I'm from New Orleans. Hi. And my mother is the person who actually helped cultivate my gift.
Okay.
You know, she was a minister, and she actually put me in the forefront to talk to people and tell people what I was picking up and what I see and what I foresight. And from that moment on, I sort of was afraid of what I was telling people, and you know, what I was telling people was real truth. So people used to go back to my mother and say, "Oh, you know, your son told me this, and it happened. It came to pass." So I'm like, "Oh my God, it did." And from that moment on, like, you know, reality stepped in. I started to, you know, I went into the military. Okay, I went to the military for a little while to find myself, and then as I was finding myself, it later had come to the point where I found that I had to get back to my own, you say, truth and my own gift, because people always came to me and asked me questions about what was I feeling, what did I see, how can I help them, and it was like people were in critical, you say, situations where it's like kind of like they was in life-threatening situations, where I was helping them to, you know, to get out of a stuck situation.
Okay.
So whatever I was seeing, I helped them, and God gave me the information to give to them. So that's where I'm at right now. I've been doing this for a long time. I help a lot of people, celebrities and stuff like that. So for me, as far as this main topic, this is sort of like, it's a very touchy topic because it goes in different angles.
It really does. It really does. And I do appreciate, I do appreciate you joining us tonight. You know, so for people out there that do not believe in spiritual leaders, you know, guidance, you know, of course they will listen to pastors and priests, and you know, so for people that do not believe in, and I know we're going to get back to soulmates and life partners.
Okay.
I just want to clear the air for people out there that may be watching. So for those that do not believe in spiritual leaders, what would you say to people who are skeptical, and you know, they're thinking it's, you know, it's not, I'm lost of words.
It's not of God, or it's the God.
It's not of God.
Whatever.
It's not of God. I was going to say something different, but yeah. What would you say to people like that?
Well, we're in a new age right now.
Okay.
So everybody, you know, you see things out there say new age spirituality or whatever, but everything is coming out in the forefront. As you see how things are changing as far as media, things are coming to the forefront where people are going into people's homes, like reality shows. They're going to people's homes and they're seeing the realistic things of what's happening. You know, what people don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? So it's like things that were hidden in the 60s now is coming to in the open now.
Okay.
They've been had people that were remote viewing and doing, you know, spiritual healing on, you know, in their homes, or doing different types of things. You know, those are things that were like secret, but now it's like it's not hidden anymore.
It's not hidden anymore. And the purpose is to help people.
Right, to help people. But the thing is, as far as spiritual leaders, God uses anyone. You know.
Absolutely.
If you ask for a message today, he can give you a message through anyone, an animal. You know, it's like we lost touch of all of those things that we had connections with a long time ago. And it could have been in the media. Who knows? But the thing is, we just lost touch, and now we're getting to see the real true, the it.
Exactly.
That's what we're seeing now.
Exactly. I like what you said. You know, God has the ability to use anybody and anything. There's a story in the Bible about this one guy who got on a donkey, and he just kept on beating the donkey, and the donkey saw an angel. He saw something that he could not, you know, the human being could not see. And then at that point, you know, and the donkey would not move. So he kept on beating it. And the Bible talks about God gave the donkey the ability to, he opened the donkey's mouth to speak. Now, when I it is a long time ago, but when I read that scripture, what I understood was if God was going to open that donkey's mouth, it means the donkey, the ability to speak was always there. The mouth was just not open.
Yes.
So I'm grateful for people and angels that are sent in my life and people that God sends to confirm certain things in my life and stuff like that. So we covered soulmates.
Yes.
What is a life partner, Victor? What is a life partner?
As far as what I Googled.
As far as what you Google, what you know.
I want to know what it is.
Yeah, what did you Google?
So what Google told me was that a life mate is somebody that you come into contact with and you create a monogamous relationship with. That's what it said on Google. So,
and that's a lifetime.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
I didn't put a time period on it.
Okay.
People, I would say, get into get into one of those relationships, and once they get into that relationship, then they decide whether or not they can make this relationship last for a lifetime. Whether it's a friendship, whether it's a soulmate, or whether it's a life mate.
Okay. Good.
So either way it goes, because we still have to decide in our friendships, in our love relationships, in our any other type of relationship, you have to decide how long you're going to put up with what you're putting up with.
Are going to put up with.
With.
Now, Milton, as a spiritual leader, how do you help people navigate through, careers or soulmates or life partners or any of those things? How do you help people? And if somebody were to call on the number that is on the screen, how can you help them? Like, where does your role come in with that?
Well, it has its limit as far as like what spirit gives me. Sometimes like things I get, some things that I may get, like I may not share everything because sometimes people may not be ready to accept certain things. Just for instance, like a person would call me and say, hold on, what do you think about this relationship here? And I tell them about the relationship, and I give them a little bit of information about, what they would be experiencing with the relationship.
Yeah.
And then Spirit tells me, okay, you know what? Don't share, anymore, because sometimes that person. The thing is, that person needs to know what they need to experience at that moment of time. If they get too much of meat, it will be too much for them to handle the next thing.
Yeah.
It's like we all have lessons that we have to go through with relationships, and they may not have have learned a lesson from their past. And when they are in this present relationship, it's like they may have to sort of like have to experience this person and understand who this person is right then and there, okay, and from there, and but honestly, like as a spiritual leader, I'll be honest with people. If they want to know more information, I tell them. I do tell them if they want to know, if they want to know, they want to know. So
exactly,
I don't hide everything, but if they don't want to know, I just give them whatever they're ready
to handle.
Yes.
And the thing is, Milton, and I like that. One of the things that the devil, a devil defeats somebody. The devil cannot defeat you these days. The devil cannot defeat you as an enemy. The devil defeats you as a friend. He comes in like real close. He comes in real close to. Come on, man.
You did. You just gave me.
You better give me an offering. I'm getting an offering tonight.
I got some ones in my pocket now.
Oh, good. So that's how this world is. I found like the most hurt I've ever had was with a close friend, family member, with a best friend. They can hurt you in a lot of ways because they know you. They know you. Now, as a spiritual leader, how do you help people? And we've opened up the phone lines. You can call in, speak with Milton, chime in, whatever additions you may have. We want to hear from you. But as a man, I have found that in my journey, especially people that I poured myself out to and told them who I am, they know my weaknesses, they know my strength. They have given me the most hurt. I find it easier now to confide in a stranger who doesn't know me than to let people in my world. So for people that are, been hurt, like I've been, and then you have walls around you, how do you allow for someone who has a potential of being a soulmate or a life partner? How do you prepare for that phase?
You asking me? You asking him?
I'm asking you. I'm looking at you.
Okay, I didn't know. I just know if you were looking.
Yeah. All right, Milton. What do you have to say, Milton?
Hey, look. Well, for me, one of the things that I think is, as we are going through our different relationships and as we're getting to know different people, and we're whether it's a friendship or romantic or whatever the case may be for the relationship, all the way down to our brothers and our sisters, it's very important that we pay attention to the communication that we are having with each one of those individuals. Where it's really important that when one of those relationships fails, when things don't go the exact way that we expect them to, it's very important that we pay attention to the things that made the relationship either go well or go bad. And in that aspect, and as we're in the middle of learning, we want to make sure that we're taking away and we're taking either mental notes or we're actually having a little journal like what the Prince has here. And we're scribbling down something, just constantly saying, well, this is something that I took away from this, and this is something that I took away that I didn't like, and this is something that I took away that was, and then that you have a memory of what worked. My mom and dad always tell me all the time, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again, and then over and over and over and over again, and expect different results.
That's
but
right.
If you're not taking the time to have your healing process and you're not taking the time to learn from the previous mistakes or learn from the things that you experienced in your past relationships, you can't progress. You can progress forward, but you can't progress forward.
Exactly.
Right. Like, I want to add on to that. Like, when we come into the world, we have parents.
Okay.
Those are our soul relationships when you think about it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So whatever that we don't like about our parents, we're supposed to learn how to deal with that issue. And if we don't deal with that issue, then we're going to carry on and have the same type of lessons periodically.
So your parents can be your soulmates?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yes, of course. They're teaching you a lesson. You always got to come back to the source at the end. You like, no matter how much you hate your parents, and no matter how much you like say, man, my parents suck, you're gonna come back to that parent again eventually and say, you know what, Mom, I love you for teaching me this lesson. It's going to happen to that point, because that happened to me as a spiritual healer. I had to come to the point of coming to I had to come to the center.
That's right.
I had to heal myself with my, from the beginning stage. In order for me to help people, I had to come back to why my mom was teaching me this, or why my dad was teaching me this. Absolutely. Why there was a separation there. Why I'm always encountering the same relationships. You always going to encounter the same relationships, because if you aggravate about your parents, you're going to cause, like, as far as energy, you're going to always carry on the same weight over and over
and over again. Good. Now, you mentioned something that I really, really like. I'm really passionate about this topic too. About soulmates. You mentioned your parents can be, you're an extent. Your parents are soulmates.
Yes.
Now, children are an extension of their parents.
Yes.
They're a biological extension of their parents. They're a spiritual extension of their parents. Now, the role that parents play in a child's life, when you have half of you into somebody else, God has placed you in that person's life because it's your soul. You are able to see yourself in that person. You can help them, deal with things that, you know how you've dealt with them. You can deal with them in that child. They are who you are. So I agree with you totally. you can be soulmates with your parents. You can be soulmates with your brother.
Yes, of
You can be
course.
soulmates with
Yes.
your best friend.
Mhm.
You know, you can be
Absolutely.
soulmates with your life partner.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know, so now,
Well,
You don't agree?
well, hold on.
okay,
Hold on,
there you go.
hold
Give it to
on.
us, Milton. Bring it. Bring it.
Well, the light partner comes along when you are ready to give off ego, when you're ready to leave off the weight
Mhm.
that you've had carry on from your parents, the things that you regret, or the things that you just pretty much haven't gotten over with your, with the first source, which is your parent, that whole soul group right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when the light partner comes along, you are out of the egotistical mind state.
Mm-hmm.
You're ready to carry on your the journey what God has for you,
Mhm.
and that person comes along to help you to manifest this dream, and you helping this person as well. Some
Okay.
kind of way you guys are connected. Both you guys are entwined together
Okay.
to do a soul purpose.
Okay.
That's how that works.
Good.
I like
Viewers, we have a number on the phone. We have a number on the screen.
For the phone.
You can call for the phone. You
Okay.
can call in,
You fixed it.
and Milton, our spiritual leader, is going to help you, tell you where you are in life, and give you advice on how to proceed, whether be it your career or your soulmate or a life partner. You can call in, and he'll be able to give you advice and how to proceed with that. So don't be afraid to call in. If you don't want people to know your business and your name, just people will not be able to recognize your voice.
Well, maybe you
Unless
should
you sound
maybe
like
you should
me.
go first. Maybe they want to see how the whole process works. Maybe you should go first.
We'll get to that point
While
later.
we're live.
Opening up the phone lines. Opening up the phone lines. Give us a call. Give us a call, and then you will be. I'm not scared. Are you scared?
I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to sit up and lie to you and tell you that I'm not. I'm a little nervous. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Well, he already said something about me. He already did. So you are the one that actually.
Okay. Well, you know what? I will go. You
Okay.
you guys, I will go first. How about that?
Okay. Good. Let's do it. Milton, he's in your hands.
All right.
Yes.
So, is there a specific question you want to ask or anything?
So, I find myself, as far as when it comes to relationships, I find myself investing in the wrong person. As far as, but I wouldn't say the wrong person, because I believe that, and as I spoke earlier, each person, each relationship is supposed to be a learning process. But at the point in where I am at the present moment, I'm tired of the learning aspect. I believe that I have a good understanding on what it is to be a person in a relationship, in my personal opinion. But so I just need a little direction.
Okay.
Does that work?
So what
Is
kind
that-
of direction are you looking for?
direction in see, this is why people haven't called in yet. Direction in basically what I should be looking for, or if I should not be looking. I don't know if that's the right. If that's
Like,
the right
is this the
direction.
right time for
Is this
you
the
to
right
find
time for me?
it?
Am I supposed to be focusing just on
Well,
building my brand or what?
Okay, this is what I gather up. I do see several people. Okay, several people
Okay.
that you may have.
Several people. Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Victor, who are you?
Well,
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm not judging.
Shut up.
We do not judge on this show, by
Look,
the way.
if I was white, I would be red right
Hey. But go ahead, Milton. I'm sorry.
there are several people, but my spirit is telling me that you at a building stage right now where these people are. They're like around you to kind of like maybe motivate you a little bit, to get you going a little bit, but you really don't need them. You right now you're at a building stage where you just have to just take your time through the process and get yourself to that point and not worry about the other person, because it's like, I feel like are holding you back, or kind of like they're a little bit of, I get like taking advantage of your situation. Okay, where you're putting a lot of energy. It's like you want to get to a point, but they're not understanding your vision where you are, or maybe you're not relating that to them at all at some point. Secretive is what I feel. at some point. But the whole thing is, my thing is, you're at a stage where you're building. I feel like you just have to focus on where you want to be at, because these people are just more like trying to be. I feel like they're distracting you. Okay, is what I'm saying. They're distracting you, and when you focus on your vision, where you're going, that's where you're going to find. Okay, you're going to find the right connection.
Okay,
I will say.
That was awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome.
I received it.
You have reached the Zulu Prince Show. Who's on the line?
Kendall, can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. It just kind of sounds like you guys are distant. How's everybody doing this evening?
Doing really well. How are you?
Man, we're blessed. We're blessed.
That's
I had some
awesome.
chicken earlier.
Hi, Milton.
Hi, love.
So I guess do I go? Do I ask a question or?
Yeah, just go ahead. Just ask the question.
Okay.
Is it for who? Is it for? Is it for Milton, Victor, me? Who is it for?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Whoever wants to tackle. I'll start with Milton, and then if you guys want to jump on.
Okay.
The Kindle train. I'm saying. So right now, I'm just 2015 was like a huge transition for me. I would say just from a relationship standpoint, business and personal relationships.
Okay.
And I'm still going through that transition. Like I'm moving houses, and like I'm just going through like a huge shift. And I don't know. I just feel like just a little direction as far as relationships, business, like what do you see, major moves being made, and I'm just happy to be here. That's all.
Okay. What did you say your name was?
My name is Kendall.
Kendall.
Hi,
okay.
Kendall.
Hi, Kendall. Milton. That direction. That's what you do. Talk to Kendall.
Okay. Let's see here. When it comes to direction, I feel like what's happening with you right now, you may be resisting some things. Of things are coming in the forefront for you. It looks like things are coming at you. I'm being stuck right now. I'm sorry. It looks like things are coming at you, and it's like you're resisting the situation. Kendall, who's her name?
Kendall.
Kendall, right? Kendall, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
What kind of things? I'm kind of confused.
Okay. What I'm saying is things is more like business opportunities coming at you, or messages coming at you as far as opportunities, as far as like people helping you, like giving you a helping hand.
Mm-hmm.
And you may be resisting the situation in a way, maybe because you're afraid of it. You may feel like it's like nostalgic or something like that. It's not really true, but it's like God is giving you a helping hand. It feels like God is giving you a helping hand this year. I feel like an opening door is going to happen for you in the month of April. Okay. And it feels like it's more related to business.
Opening door related to business?
Yes, it's more like a connection with business here. In that sense, I get like a business partner or somebody is giving you some type of like, they offering you some type of money as what I'm getting for you in April.
How large of a sum is this money? Okay, we don't have to talk about that.
I know that's right.
Hey, that's that. Good.
A six-figure minimum for business partnership?
That would be nice.
Speaking into existence.
That would be nice. That would be nice. But go ahead. You have something to add?
Yeah. I want to say this. For you, you like to take control over things. To get up in the morning and tell God, okay, what do you have for me? And then He will give you the information, or He will make provisions for you.
Okay.
And that may seem like it's not a lot of information, but I'm sorry. It may not seem like it's enough information, but what I'm gathering from the situation is that this time around, you don't have any control over anything. God is giving back to you. That's what I'm getting for the whole situation. It's like this year, it's like people are going to be planting seeds into you and just blessing you as far as your business and as far as your love life. And I
So
do
she needs to open.
Also, as far as my love life, there's a Spaniard around. We're hot and cold sometimes. What do you see?
What do you see for her love life?
What I see for her love life?
Yes.
I pick up a proposal coming up as far as in the month of March.
A proposal.
A proposal of what? That's a lot.
It is a lot, but I keep getting that you're resisting information or messages that's coming to you. So something like something is coming at you, or God is giving you messages, and He's having people give you the message, but then you're saying to yourself, like, I don't think that this is possible. I don't want it. That's what I get for you. It's more like you don't feel like you're able or you're capable of having something at this time. I just feel that way.
Oh my gosh. All of me just stopped. I mean, wow, that's deep. I mean, if he's rich, then of course I'm saying yes. But Mark is
Good.
Wow.
Well, he doesn't. Let me chime in. He doesn't have to be rich as long as he loves you. Look, you guys can eat some ramen noodles. You'll be all right.
I can't hear.
That says he doesn't have to be rich as long as you guys, as long as he loves you and he's dedicated to you. You guys can eat some ramen noodles. I can give you a good gourmet recipe for some ramen noodles now.
I want to say this. Me and a friend of mine had a conversation about this last night, right? And February is coming up, Valentine's Day. So, anyways, people out there, they manifest in love. They want to manifest love, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
So everybody has this mindset where they want to have this rich person to, this person that's balling, that got a lot of money to help them get to the next point or whatever. But that don't be that way most times.
No.
God give you somebody that's an equivalent of like to the next person that you had dealt with before.
That's
that
right.
can bring you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So say for instance, like I would say in my situation, I'm in the process of building right now. So, most likely God will probably give me an equivalent, a person that's like in business or something that has business ideas that's going to actually, motivate me to get out there. You know what I'm saying? So, what you're doing right now, this guy that's around you or whatever, he's like a person that's kind of like maybe motivating you or making you see your true worth. You know what I'm saying? And then you're not really taking it in as what it really is. So it's like you're resisting the information, or you're resisting the person. You're being challenged now.
Just say yes.
Trivia.
Just say yes. Just say yes. Are you resisting?
Yes for me, so I have to say yes.
Now, you have been able to speak with Milton Kendall. Did that shed any light to you at all? Did it mean anything to you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm sitting here a little flabbergasted, to be honest with you, but definitely shed light. I know what he's talking about, resisting. I guess I'm more of like a homework type person or action item. Like, is there something that I should be doing? And that's it. Like, I have a pretty big move ahead of me, and I'm just trying to clean house before I get that together.
Okay.
But what's like that next step that I could do?
That is awesome.
If there's anything.
Okay. Good. Well, we appreciate you calling in tonight, Kendall. And Milton, you're on social media.
I am. You can find me on Twitter at LoveMeCoach01. And
what's your handle?
Twitter, LoveMeCoach01.
Love me, Coach.
Yes.
01. Love me.
And
All right, guys, you have a good evening. Thank you so
Got the
much.
love.
Bye,
Kendall,
Kendall.
thank you so much. Have a wonderful
Thanks for
day,
calling.
and thanks for calling in, okay?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. All right. Now, somebody sent me an email. Someone
did?
sent me an email. There was a question for you.
okay.
They're saying, what specific steps led to you, specific steps and events led to you being a spiritual leader?
Ooh. But the steps that led me here is, if it was like more like I was I was going through a period of, you say, awareness when I was young. It got me to the point where my mom taught me that I had this gift, and then people were coming back and telling me the things that were happening, and then later on when I went into, you say, the military, I started to get the same type of experiences. Mm-hmm. And then I had like a period of for me and my gift, mm-hmm. I doubted a lot.
Okay.
Because I didn't have strong parents, mm-hmm. who were planting seeds in my in my gift. My mom was there. She told me this and everything, but she was going through a problem in her life.
Okay.
So that led me to have a little bit of problems, and led me to be, it led me to second guess myself, mm-hmm. at some times.
Okay.
So what happened was, when I was in the military, God had given me experiences with people, okay. who were in life and death situations, mm-hmm. that had me to come back into the main gift. Mm-hmm. And then also I had, premonition. I used to get a lot of premonition when I was over in Iraq.
Okay. That
is when everything changed for me. I kept getting the same dreams over and over, and it was like a part 1, the part 2, part 3, whatever. It's the same thing.
Same dream over and over again. Okay.
And what happened was, after that, when I had those 3 dreams, Spirit was saying, like, you know what, if you don't change your life, you could go into a point of disappointment, and you would be hurt for the rest of your life. You can't help your family, or you can't help yourself. Mm-hmm. So I like to have control over everything.
Okay.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
You gotta say the call. You want to
go ahead. You gotta finish up.
I like to take control over everything. So what happened was, it got to the point where I got a job overseas. Mm-hmm. I got another job, making a lot of money, mm-hmm. and then,
go ahead.
Okay, then it led me to the point where I had to make a change, but my major change was when I talked to someone that was inspirational, that helped me to realize what I was seeing.
That's awesome.
Was real.
Okay. Thank you for calling the show. Who's on the line? Hello. Sounds like Adele. Hello. Yeah, we can hear you. You sound like Adele right now.
Okay, my name is Bernetta. Hi, Milton.
Hi.
Hello, everybody else.
Hi, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, how are you?
I guess Milton can maybe answer this, and then if you guys, have something to add to it, that would be great. A little bit better. Okay. But I sometimes I'm at the point in my life right now where I feel like I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, as far as my career is concerned. I'm a truck driver, and I've had some challenges these past few months with the truck, and now I'm working with another company, and my goal is to purchase 5 trucks and hire teams to run a truck. So it's a very challenging vision, but it's a much needed business, and spend a lot of money on it.
Okay.
But I just feel like how you feel it's resistance? It's like, doors closing or whatever, the physical door just open, but I feel like it's an open door, but I may not be here long. Okay. So I just kind of wanted to know whether you feel the universe is leading me to do, but I know it's in the trucking industry.
Okay.
And also, it's tied into another business that I do, which is insurance.
Okay.
And I need to reach a lot of drivers, because these drivers out here are driving, and I see trucks turned over every day, and they don't have life insurance in their family.
Insurance, okay.
So it's tied into that,
Okay.
And then last but not least, I desire to be in a loving relationship. I haven't been in a relationship in a while. At least a healthy one.
Okay.
And I just kind of want to know what it is. I don't like talking with somebody. I've been having a phone relationship long distance. You know,
Okay.
going very slow, but it seems like a nice relationship. But then sometimes I feel like there's something there that I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
You know, I could be skeptical because I haven't been in a relationship in a minute, at least a healthy one.
Okay.
That I just released myself from. So just kind of tell me how to document the way from 2016 because 2015 was very, very challenging and downhill for me.
Okay. So your question is about it's a two-part question. You were asking about your trucking business and insurance. You want to get guidance whether that is where you should be going, and also you want to find out your love life, soulmates, life partners, and where that is going to lead. Is that correct?
Right. Correct.
Okay. I will pass you on to Milton again.
Okay. Nice of you to call today, and thank you. What I'm getting what I'm getting from the situation. All right, what I'm getting from the situation, it's more like you are. It looks like you catching up to what you may have. You say. It's kind of you're picking up the pace and you're catching up on things that you may have, you say, done, or you may have like stopped. I'm sorry, I'm rambling through my words. Spirit is telling me like you're catching up. That's what it's telling me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rambling through my words.
Okay.
You're catching up with your business. However, it's like I get like. The people that you're meeting at the time or this job that you have at this period of time right now is more like a temporary thing to kind of get you to learn about where you need to go or what you need to do to have your own thing going later on. A couple months later, it may be a confusion state for you right now, which is like what you're not understanding at this period of time, but I get like later on in October you'll be able to get the real understanding of where you're going. Okay. The person that you're talking about, or the person that you're acquiring about, as far as this lover, it looks like this person may give you or pass you some information. This person is passing you some information to help you to get to your ideal goals as far as your business. That's what I just feel from this whole situation with this person. So it's like a temporary thing. Okay, so right now you're in a process of learning. You're learning right now, and you're gathering information.
Okay.
That's all that it is. So right now you're at a kind of like not like I won't say you're at a standstill. You're at a point where you're being the student, and you having a teacher coming in to give you information or give you more ideas of how you be able to be a little bit more independent. So later on in October, I feel like somewhere in October, you will have a base built for yourself during that period of time. The year of 2016 is more like you are coming into your center, because I don't get like you're going to be working for anybody. You don't have that personality. Okay, you don't. It's like Spirit is saying like you had been there and you're done that. Okay, and you're at a point where you just have to.
So is the trucking industry, is that I'm sorry to cut you short, is the trucking industry for her and insurance?
The trucking industry is for her for now. It's for her for right now. I just like later on, like in life, I just see her managing the whole thing. I don't see her actually, being on the road a lot. She gonna have people working for her. Okay. In other words, as far as the insurance, she has a spirit of talking or communicating with people. She likes to help people, heal people. So some kind of way, as she get into her gift, like the insurance thing is more like a side thing for her. It's not really something that she may be doing for, it's not her life purpose.
It's not a life.
It's not a life purpose. She's more of a person that's going to be kind of like the medicine doctor.
Okay.
In other words.
Good.
I like that.
Bernita?
Yes. That's funny you would say that because I kind of been feeling that way lately. I'm like, I know that it's there, but I know it's kind of temporary, and I do feel like that it's kind of like a temporary thing, like a time and season for all things. You know,
Okay.
and that I will be doing something greater, which I'm not sure what it is. I think I'm probably still going into different areas, more like expanding my consciousness, my higher self, and doing maybe some coaching, things like that.
Okay.
But yeah, everything he said, I definitely feel like that's what I'm at as far as maybe that's why I kind of feel like I'm between a rock and a hard place, because I do feel like I'm a student in class. I'm doing a one-on-one, and I'm learning everything I need to learn about the trucking industry. And it's too that people want to for me, not so that I can be out there driving.
Okay.
So I have to drive for right now to do what I need to do.
Wow.
So, yes, so thank you very much. And anybody else want to chime in?
Hey, I mean, of course, I'm not a spiritual leader, but I do believe in the power of prayer and also just self-examination. You know, I'm a living miracle myself. You know, the power of God has been great in my life. You know, from the time I was homeless to the time that I am today, you know, God has always sent people in my path that have been able to help me get to where I need to be. So I would just advise you to pray, really. Pray and seek God and be in tune with yourself. You know, earlier in the show, we had Victor was almost giving me an offering, mentioned the devil can only defeat you as a friend. He will not defeat you as an enemy. So as you transition into this new path, to this new level in your life, just watch who comes close to you, because not everyone has your best interests at their heart. Some people may want to use you, some people may want to. So just watch who comes in your life, and just be careful. Much love from us, and we do appreciate you calling in, Victor.
Before you cut her off, I want to ask you, what kind of trucks are you driving?
You want to rent one?
Okay, cool. I have an uncle, and he's from where I'm from, St. Louis, but he lives in Cali.
I can't hear you. Can you speak a little bit louder?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
You gotta put some bass in your voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have an uncle, and I know how important it is for. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I have an uncle, and he drives rigs, and I know how important it is for women to have a role model in that area. And so I think that it's really, really important that you run with that, because it's a passion that not very many women believe that they're okay to have. And so I think that's pretty awesome that you have a passion for that. And then also because of, I understand you wanting to do the life insurance aspect of things, because you guys get paid so well, a lot of people that are in that industry really and truthfully just run off of the check, not paying any attention to the fact that they if something happens and they can't go out and work and can't go out and drive, you know. So I understand. I think that that's really, really awesome that you have the passion for that, and I just wanted to throw that to you. So thank you for calling,
Bernita. Thank you so much for calling, and Milton. You can give her your address and last words.
Yeah, my last words. I just felt like something like, Renita, look into medical intuition.
Medical what now?
Intuition or something, some kind of way. You may be overriding what's the message that Spirit is giving you about your actual purpose. It feels like you know exactly. You say some things that people may be going through medically.
Did you say medicine?
Medically, like.
Oh, medically. Okay.
Yes, like for instance, like you could meet a person, like a woman who may have some type of pain, and she don't know exactly where the pain is coming from, and you basically telling her like, this is where the starting point, what's happening. Look up medical intuition or medical medicine and intuitive medicine or something like that. I believe it's a practice or whatever, but it looks like you're very empathic and in tune as far as knowing, you say, certain ailments or ailments in people's bodies and stuff like that.
Good. All right, Bernita, we thank you so much. We thank you so much for calling. We thank you so much for calling. And Milton can be found on social media.
Oh, I can be found on Twitter at LoveMeCoach01, and also
Love Me Coach 01.
And I have a website also called AskPsychicMilton.com. This stuff here, I mean, this is like the phone, the radio, whatever, but I'll be more thorough with people when I have a little bit more time.
What's the handle again? What's the Twitter handle again?
The handle?
Yeah, Twitter. What's your Twitter name?
Twitter name is LoveMeCoach01.
You heard that, Bernita?
And
Love Me Coach
01.
Love Me Coach.
And I also have some YouTube videos out there too for February, for the month of February. So you just look up my name, Milton Jackson. You'll find some,
something. All right. You're welcome. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for calling in.
Keep up the good work.
Love me. Yeah, I love it. Now, someone emailed and they sent a text message. They're asking, what are the top 3 things to look for in a life partner? I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I think one of the things to look for in a life partner, there's many things, but I think the most important thing is look for a great relationship. Right? Look for somebody that makes you complete and happy. Somebody that is not going to deter you from where you're trying to go. Someone who builds you up. Someone that you can actually stand. Because we have so many relationships now that you cannot stand somebody. Like, I can't stand this person. But find somebody who helps you get to where you're trying to go. A great relationship, great friendship. Build a solid friendship. Because a house that has a strong foundation cannot be shaken. Find a great relationship and God. I believe in God a lot. Make sure God is at the center of everything that you do. Pray together. It's not just physical. You are more than just sex. You are more than just your body. You are more than just that. Find somebody who sees you more than just a body that you have. Find somebody that sees you for that spiritual being that God created in His image. Find somebody who inspires you to be more than just what you are in a body, because bodies, muscles, they go away.
My God.
I was showing.
I mean,
I can flex a little bit too. They go away. But find somebody that you connect with on a deeper level, a great relationship. I think, the top 3 things I would look for in a life partner. The first one would be relationship, our relationship, and relationship with God.
Cool. I'm going to go next. So for me, I'm all about communication. I love communication. So for me, are you able to speak and talk to that person? One of the things that I look for is, can I get on the phone with you, or can I sit with you and we've talked for 2 hours and it's felt like 10 minutes? Is it a chore to communicate?
I don't do 2 hours though, man.
I mean, you've never had a person that you've...
I don't do 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yes.
2 hours? 120 minutes?
Yes.
Jesus.
But it got to be at certain days, right?
You can't just be like,
I got a job, man.
Yeah,
2 hours?
It's not a requirement.
Jesus.
It's not a requirement. It's not a requirement.
That's a lot of minutes.
But you know what the thing is, when you're...
Verizon is expensive.
I have T-Mobile. So.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
You know, it's like, yeah. But no, it's for me. It's important that I'm able to communicate with you and I'm able to speak to you, and our conversations just flow. It's not always going to be like that because sometimes you have to go to work and sometimes you just aren't able to accommodate. But when you have those moments where you're able to be in the space and in the communication with that person, I find that that's really, really, really important. Now, the other thing for me is acceptance. We are all different. And for me, there are different things that I like or I specifically want or I like to do or I like to go. And for me, I look for somebody who can just accept that I'm like, yo, let's go do this, or yo, let's go do that, or there's other little things that are specific to me that I like to do that if you're not okay with them, then we probably are not compatible.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to go into all those details. That's another show for another time.
Good.
But,
and Milton,
yes.
you're gonna wrap up because we're actually about to
close
Yes.
right now. Okay.
Already?
Well, I'm gonna say something real simple. Okay. What I want to say is, in order for you to attract the life partner that you want, you have to know yourself.
That's right.
Yes.
You gotta know your qualities, what you like, and for me, from my experiences, you have to get back to what you truly enjoy and what makes you happy. If you're a cuddler, you want to have somebody that cuddles you. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody to kiss you or whatever. And then when you know all those qualities, you have to manifest those things into the universe because God can give you everything that He wants to. He can give you everything that you desire.
Exactly.
It's just that you have to believe in it. You know, it's like you have to know exactly what you want, and then at the same time, not look at what other people have.
That's right.
And worry about what is good for you.
That's right.
That's all I got to say. About
Personally,
the whole
I like
situation.
someone who plays with my ears. There's a player with my ears. But hey, we've unfortunately run out of time tonight. I do thank Victor, Milton for coming to the show tonight.
Thank you for
joining us.
inviting
It's
me
always
here.
fun to have you guys, and I thank you guys for tuning in. We thank you guys for tuning in, and we don't forget. You are more than just a body that you are. It degenerates. It doesn't last forever. The relationship that you get in, look at something much deeper than that. Look at somebody's soul. Find out what is, know yourself, as Milton was saying. Communication, as Victor was talking about. Relationship with you, and I don't know if you believe in God or not. I do, and if you don't, that's fine too. But have a relationship that is based, that is so divine, something that is greater than just you and that person. Until next time, from all of us here at Studio 21, we thank you guys for joining in, and much love to you, and see you next week.
See you next week.
All right.